This is the Sports Hit List. By the fans, for the fans.
We are here for the World Cup. And gentlemen, what's the level of excitement you have? Ed, let me start with you for this year's World Cup.
I'm pretty excited. I know it's been a little bit of a weird run up to the World Cup, to say the least. I think some of it is because it's spread out between two countries. I think obviously some of it is the political climate. We're like into it. Three countries. Sorry. Yes. Apologies. Yes. Three countries. And part of it is obviously the political climate, things going on, visa issues, teams not being able to get in. So, but it's been weird. But at the same time, it's as it's getting closer, and especially living here in New York City, you start to see the tourists coming in. You start seeing people wearing their jerseys, showing their pride, the flags. I'm excited. I think there is a buzz for it. It may not be like same as other years. Part of it is because we're not a soccer country per se, but I think once it kicks off, there's going to be this kind of communal sense. It's going to be infectious for those that aren't into it, and I think I think it's going to turn out bigger than people expect.
Andres, what's your thoughts? What's your excitement? I will say, just having conversations with you early on, you're like, Carl, you got to do soccer, man. Like, yeah, I passed up on 2022. Yeah, I think. Andres, and I'm like, yeah, do something. Yeah. I think 2022, I caught a lot of heat because I didn't do anything. And I was like, there's no way, especially now I'm home for the summer. I'm not working my summer gig. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And Andres was just like, he geeked out. So what's your level of excitement, Andres?
I told you got to lock in. Let me just start this by saying club football is over. But I want to congratulate Ed for the Premier League title. Ed, congratulations on the Premier League title.
I don't congratulate you.
It's been 22 years for Arsenal to win the league. So congrats to Ed, OG Arsenal fan. As for the World Cup, I mean, it's a sport that unites the world. You know, no matter how bad it is in outside, we don't have to hide from it. The state of the world right now is not okay. But the president of the Iran Football Federation said it best. He said, I'm not going to boycott the World Cup. I'm going to boycott the U.S. So I think that the World Cup is the perfect occasion for teams, players, families, cousins of cousins. I mean, we're all minorities here. We all have cousins of cousins of cousins that we know. We're probably going to get together for the World Cup. And the excitement is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10, man. Like I'm locked in and I'm excited.
Speaking of cousins, I believe in our cultures, we are cousins. That's like, hey, cousin, you come to the barbecue. You haven't seen somebody like, you cousin? Okay, you cousin. Like you just invited. Just come through. We know the vibes. We're all primos. Understand. Mike, what's your level of excitement for this year's World Cup?
You know what? It's so strange that it's been 4 years have gone by so fast. It feels like just yesterday I was watching the World Cup, Argentina versus France. So, yeah, that excitement level still it's just about kicking in because it's still, like I said, I don't know about you guys, but it's hard to believe that this is it. It's back on. It's 4 years gone by. So yeah, I mean, I'm ready for it, and yeah, man, I'm cheering for my Colombians to make it through, dude. They just finished playing their game, 2-0, so undefeated going in there. So hey, we'll see what happens. But for sure, like I said before, it's going to be a memorable World Cup, and I hope everybody gets to enjoy it. I mean, yeah, obviously, like you guys said, the political climate isn't really the best right now, but you put that to the side because football unites everybody. So, yeah,
for sure, and to add to that, it's not just football. I think it's just sports in general unites people, and you know, I've been able to connect with you guys on a level of just like, it's my therapy, and people know that. Like having a sports conversation, whether it's WWE, football, MLB, basketball, football here, it's just that space that, you know, allows us to be fans and enjoy it and agree and disagree. That's just the joy of being a sports fan and being able to yell at you guys and say, you know what, let's go grab a beer when we're done, right? Like, and I think that's just the joy of it. That being said, there have been some format breakdowns and some new rules for the tournament. Andres, did you want to kind of highlight the new rules that they have? I guess that were different from 2022 coming into this World Cup, and how much of an impact that's going to have on this year's play of game.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, The first one, in my opinion, the most important one is the penalty shootout. So back in 2022, Emiliano Martinez, the goalkeeper for Argentina, he would distract the French kickers, who at the time was Arlen Chouameni, and he missed. This time around, you can't distract the players. They made that rule after the World Cup, which is funny.
Wow. Wow.
Because it's like they're trying to give all the advantage to the kicker, and it's like the goalkeeper can't do anything. It's pretty stupid to me, but whatever. Number two is, yeah. They literally, like, after that, they got together. They were like, oh, blah, 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 blah. They started crying, which, whatever. Another one, number two, a key one, which I think is very stupid. Excuse my French, it's stupid. Is a red card if the referee sees you cover your mouth. The reason why this happened, Carl, is because there was a racist incident in the Champions League back in January where a player for Benfica covered his mouth, said something racist, and everyone like heard it around him except for the referee, and then he got suspended for like 6 games, which I think.
Carl, the irony of that is he was found guilty of saying something homophobic, so they lowered the sentence. That is the irony of all of this, by the way. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
So even in soccer, we still have these disrespectful antics and things that happen that occur.
Oh, and because it's in so many different languages, and even within, say, Spanish, so many nuances within the language, it can get pretty creative, the trash talking and disrespect.
Yeah, there's curse words in Spanish that even if you don't speak Spanish, you're like, I know what that means. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Can I just say one quick thing, Andre, before you keep going?
Yeah.
I think that rule is incredibly unfair because what about tactics? So what,
bingo.
You can't go right there and speak tactics. No, you got to speak out loud.
Yeah.
Okay, well, listen. I'll say this, right? As the Nubian, you guys could agree or disagree. I always say when a rule comes into place, someone has to do something for them to put the rule in place, right? It's always like when you're
someone abused the rule in order for it
to become a rule. So it's like so if they don't put in the rule, what's the other way around it where you're trying to, I guess, navigate someone saying something disrespectful where it gets out of hand?
Right? See, to me, it's simple. Just card the motherfucker. I'm sorry. Card. If you're a rep and you hear it, card him right there on the spot. That's a yellow. Like if you hear something homophobic or racist, and sometimes you just know by vibe. I'm sorry. I think some of us to some extent have experienced racism on some level. It's a lot like the Supreme Court definition of obscenity. You know it when you see it and you feel it, right? Like if you see it, boom, right there on the spot. Like, at least to me, that it's they're overthinking and overcomplicating it, like with the whole. Because you're right, people cover their mouths for strategy.
Yeah, right. Andres, here's another one. I don't know if you have this on your list, but the expanding of VAR, right? As far as like, I actually had 2 students of mine. Shout out to Ulysses and Stefan. They actually debated this in my Issues in Modern Media course about has VAR helped the advancement of soccer. One was against it and believed that VAR didn't work and it still made errors, while the other said that it did help. And he actually gave the statistics about how it's helped ensure you get to a clear-cut winner and making calls. We've seen the advancement of technology not only in soccer but in sports. So Andres, does it what's the new rule in here and does it help?
VAR, let me say this. VAR is not the problem. The problem is the referees behind VAR. Because Carl, you could be a referee for the VAR. You could see a tackle in the area, and to you, you're like, that doesn't really warrant a penalty. Whereas Ed could be in the VAR room and he sees a tackle and he's like, that's a pen, go check it out. So the problem is not the technology. The problem is the referee assigned to VAR. Because if Mike is watching a game and he sees a tackle and Mike is like, I think that's a red card. And then I watch the game and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not even a card. So VAR is not the issue. The technology is not the issue. It's the referee themselves. The referees have to be better. And people are going to say, well, there's human error. If I could see it, that I'm in my couch and you're there watching the game, watching the instant replay on the, 22-inch monitor, then we can all see it. So I don't think that VAR is the problem. It's the human error that goes into VAR that's causing commotion amongst fans.
And for those who don't know, VAR stands for
quick context.
Hold on, just real quick. Video assistant referees. That's what it stands for those who may not know and understand that. Go ahead, Mike.
So about that controversy when it comes, because that's a great point to bring up about the refs. Let's say, the equivalent of Brunson just touching his hair, Carter's hair. He got fouled for that. We saw that. We don't think it's a foul, but apparently it's a foul. So again, same thing goes with soccer. The officiating matters. So it depends on who was right there. So that's a great point that you brought up, Andres. It really is the guy that's taking care of the whole thing. So, I mean, I personally, I don't trust it, dude. I don't trust any of the refs.
Well, again, so we'll see. I think there's statistics behind the success rate. And again, the human error, like, do we give, just real quick, do we give referees that human error grace or no?
The reason VAR exists is because of incidents like the hand. One of the most iconic soccer goals in World Cup history is the hand of God. It's by Diego Armando Maradona. So the hand of God was they were playing England, I believe, in the quarterfinals, 1986 Mexico. The ball is in the air, and you can clearly see Maradona, who's my favorite player of all time, but you can clearly see him punch the ball into the goal. No, yeah, with his head. With his head. He punched the ball, right? The reason they call it the hand of God is because after the interview, the media confronted him and said, "Did you punch the ball into the goal?" And he said, "No, that was the hand of God." And so they call it the hand. So that is the reason why VAR exists. There was another incident, I believe it was South Africa with England, where the ball bounced on the upright, went inside and crossed the line, and then bounced kind of back out. But to the human eye, it didn't look like it crossed the plane. It was
England, yeah.
Germany,
yes,
England,
it was a clear goal on a replay, but it happened so quick that the human error said no goal. England got robbed there. And so the reason VAR exists is because we've already tried the human element of it, and we've seen some bad or shady calls in the past where we're like, that ref's cousin might be so-and-so's relative from another, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And so I think it to the point of the fellas, it's only as good as the officiant. Any technology is only as smart or as good as the person using it. If you have a bunch of morons behind the keyboard, you're going to get moronic results. And so I think it's more about improving the officiating, using this, even though sometimes it can be annoying. Like, I think one of the annoying things of VAR is like the offside rule. Like, if you have a pinky toe out, it's like it could, nullify a beautiful goal, all because like a pinky toe was offside in the VAR. Like, and so I think there can be a balance, but again, it goes back. If you got morons behind the board, you get moronic results.
Thanks for watching the Sports Hit List. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In fact, do it now.